Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and with the final shape fully behind us now in Destiny 2, it's time to look forward towards year 10 of the game, and I'm very excited to see what Bungie has in store for us. We have 3 new episodes coming, and maybe a sneak peek at what's coming in year 11 as well. There's been a lot of speculation about Destiny 3, Destiny 2 Forever, we'll see, but let's see what they have in store for us today. Echoes, Revenant, and Heresy. Those are the 3 episodes that we know of.
Episodes are telling singular stories that stand on their own, that are also building up mysteries for the future of Destiny.
For the episodes, we introduced this single object of immense power. An echo is the direct result of the battle with the Witness.
All of the darkness that was holding it together exploded out, colliding with the matter-making properties of light, manifesting all of these different memories inside of the Witness.
The collision of darkness and light created this explosion, and so these echoes spread across the galaxy.
Okay, that's a lot of them. We'll have to see how many of them they actually get to. Hopefully we wrap up some
The first echo that we encounter landed on Nessus.
Side stories.
What they find there is that this echo has transformed the planet, awoken it into something it's really not supposed to be.
Oh, I like that.
So we go down to Nessus, and we immediately realize that the Vex are acting a little strange. So we work with Failsafe, and the first activity, Breach.
Those armor sets are sick.
And this is a 3-player activity, arena style, kind of offensive that we haven't really done before. Got these big cool like geysers of radiolaria that explode out of the ground, and you need to cap them off while you're keeping the enemies at bay.
Things that have only existed in the Vex net are now coming out into the real world. You're gonna see that like Nessus is different now.
That's good.
As we get deeper and deeper towards the core, it really starts to become very apparent.
So you're gonna go down into these landmarks and you're gonna unearth the ancient secrets of a lost civilization.
We have a mysterious new enemy, and they are able to do things that we have not encountered in an enemy before.
I like the aesthetic of that.
We're seeing new behavior from the Vex. Who is behind this, but also what are they doing and to what end?
Interesting. Now we've got Revenant.
Revenant is gonna be very Fallen themed.
That was a sick visual,
Fallen,
by the way.
don't have a home planet anymore. Reese has been gone for a long time, and they've been looking for a new home across the galaxy.
Revenant has more dark fantasy themes. It's about slaying vampires with a touch of Splicer mixed in.
Okay, I'm
the
here for that.
player gets to be a Slayer Baron. We'll learn that in Elixni culture, this was a role that was reserved for the most renowned monster hunters.
For that one, we took a really hard lean into the vampire hunter fantasy.
Okay.
That is going to be my favorite. Combat potions boost your artifact directly. Then your loot potions, those are going to allow you to have agency over the rewards that you're chasing. What we'd like to do in year 10 is give players more agency in their pursuits. You'll see more experiences where you can kind of decide what you want to do in this next step.
Fikrul is back, and he's got the Echo. And this is what Fikrul's using to build his new army of darkness.
Okay.
He's moved into an awoken watchtower. Fikrul's vampire keep. We took a lot of inspiration from horror for that one.
Yeah. That looks like it's going to be absolutely insane.
Heresy is about the Hive Pantheon dealing with some new interesting revelations that happen. We want to take the Hive Pantheon and shake up the snow globe. It means that we want to take the existing relationships that we see inside of it and put them through such a stress test that they come out changed.
In Heresy, there's this new eldritch force that's bubbling up to the surface that is opening new doors, creating powerful mysteries, and ultimately they'd lead us back to the Dreadnought.
Let's go!
We're going back to the Dreadnought. It's awesome.
Oh, that's so hype.
Some fans might think we've forgotten about the Dreadnought completely, but we're gonna give it a whole new purpose.
One of the best locations in Destiny history.
We want this to be an eldritch, inscrutable fortress of secrets.
Love it.
The peeling that you'll see
People
on the Dreadnought,
like
the weapons themselves
content,
are peeling
I'm
back to reveal a new spooky bony front. Since this release deals with kind of two big themes, we have two armor sets. We've had some armor sets that are kind of in the Eris theme in the past, but this is like straight up I'm Eris's squad.
I love that.
And then the Hive Ship Navigator
Both of them
armor
very
set
good.
explores like, what if we were
a Hive commander?
What if we were the navigators?
Yeah, that's sick. That's sick.
If you really liked Shattered Realm, if you really liked the Coil, you're going to love this new Dreadnought activity. With every episode, there are a ton of interesting twists and turns that I don't think anybody's really going to suspect. We haven't seen anything like this in Destiny before, and I'm excited to get after it.
It's a lot of hype. We'll see how they live up to it, but overall, I'm pleasantly surprised. Year 11. Codename Frontiers. Are we going outside of our galaxy? The journey continues in 2025. Okay. I know some people will be concerned by that, but I think this is the smart decision after the final shape. Destiny 3 would be sick, but I do think they need to get Marathon off the ground and self-sustaining first. Then you can always give Destiny some time off. I don't know if Bungie is in a place to do that right now. We had the layoffs. I think the final shape has been a great success, but overall, I'm sure they still have some room for improvement as far as making money, to be honest, but also delivering on high quality content. So we'll see. I hope that episodes end up living up to it. From what I've seen so far, the final shape was an absolute banger. Into the Light, also phenomenal. So if they continue to add stuff that they're innovating in a way that I think is very cool. And so we've been asking for a 12-player activity. We got that. A raid boss gauntlet. We got that. And hopefully that's a learning tool for them to go forward into bringing Pantheon back. Maybe even do a dungeon-type Pantheon idea. Very interesting there. Then we got a Horde mode, which we haven't got before. We got a new Crucible. There's a lot going on. So anyway, let's jump into the episodes and talk about what I'm most excited about. Look at these armor sets. Like, this one right here is my favorite. Like, I love this one for sure. I believe this is the Hunter, I would imagine. And yeah, it looks absolutely sick. Yeah, it's a Hunter. So I'm a fan of that one. I will be going after that set personally. Echoes. So some people will complain about reused assets. For me, using them in cool and unique ways, we have a lot of locations that have been unused, and revamping them, allowing us to go back there and feel like we're seeing an old fan favorite location, but with the new twist of it being changed and seeing new parts of it that we might not have seen before, I think is a good idea overall. Because again, part of the problem with Destiny has been a bit of bloat, and there's things that we have in the game that we haven't touched in a long time, and taking advantage of that I think is a good thing. So we'll see. Again, if this really affects the entire planet or the majority of the planet or even big chunks of the planet, I think that's good. Then we move on to this. The Revenant, it looks absolutely awesome just because I'm a big fan of vampire type stuff. We've got this armor set that looks pretty sick. The potion crafting sounds wild. And then we've got this guy, Fickrel, who has this object of power and will be a main big bad for us to hopefully take down. That's what I'm most looking forward to in Echoes, is seeing if we're able to finally defeat some of these bosses that we've known for a while and just have been lingering around. It's time for us, whether it is Fickrel, whether it is Aramis, if she pops back up, she might be more on the good side. We'll see. Whether it is someone like one of the Hive Gods that have been lingering around. So I think there's a lot of room for that, for us to really have some closure on some of these side stories that have been floating around. I think Destiny has been largely afraid of closing chapters in the past because they want to leave it open. But I would rather see them go through some old enemies that we've like we've already seen in the past, and then defeat them, and then move forward in a way that allows us to find new enemies, especially next year in 2025. If we're going to a new universe, or new solar system, whatever the case may be, a new frontier where we will potentially be able to see entirely new enemies and places and all that kind of good stuff. So that would be my personal hope. Maybe we'll do a mix of journeying to a new location, but also defending the home front as well. I'll be very curious to see if these armor sets, absolute fire. I'm locked in. And the Hive Pantheon is very, very interesting. I do think it's a little bit played out, especially Savathun's still alive. We've defeated Oryx. We defeated Crota. Yeah, I just think it's time for us. Zivu Wrath is still around, even though she's been the center of a lot of different seasons. So hopefully that is one enemy that I hope we're able to tackle, especially now knowing we're not getting a full expansion. It doesn't look like next year, or if we are, it's a bit different from what we've known in the past. So having these episodes hopefully will lead to a bit more closure, and I think they'll be better received as far as stories, as long as the general activities are good. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. I wouldn't be surprised if some people are underwhelmed by what we saw today. I think I was expecting a bit more, but overall, I'm excited about the future of Destiny. If Into the Light and the Final Shape have taught us anything, it's that when push comes to shove, Bungie can do some tremendous work, and I'm excited to see what they deliver for us in the future. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Are you done with Destiny now that the Final Shape is over? Are you sticking around, seeing where it heads? What's your plan? And let me know in the comments down below. My name is Jopa. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.